Glad to have you with us from Stillwater, Oklahoma, Boone Pickens Stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
He caught up with the Ducks head coach before the game. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. There was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Snags it and he's open. The 50. Running free, getting this offense going. Stopped him at the 38 after the huge gain.
And this offense talked about coming into the game, creating those explosive plays, being great on 3rd down. Check, check. Both of those plays happen on the first drive, and they come through already in a great rhythm to start this football game.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find.
Finding some room. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
After getting stopped on that 2nd down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on 3rd.
And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game on 3rd down? Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And how about a decision time right off the jump? 4th down. Do I want to go for it? First drive. Palmer, what you going to do?
I'm taking the points right here. It's early in the game. You're trying to pay off this opening drive. Just get some points up on the board. If it was a little closer to the end zone, I'd say maybe go for it, but I'm playing conservative on this one.
Looking for blockers. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Ducks offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. A matchup that we're going to lock in on, left side of the line, and whether they can keep this edge rusher at bay. using his legs. It's Davison. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Well, one thing you know about Oregon is they're always loaded in the backfield. They had a couple of true freshmen a season ago in Davison and Hill Jr. who were absolutely outstanding. And you expect this season, David, in the running game, those two guys are going to be the focal point for the Ducks.
They'll be the focal point, but it's just like you saw a year ago, man. Like, they are committee, and they run hard. They run as angry as anybody in the country. Obviously, having more come back at the trigger opens it up. Price transfers in, so it's going to be another year of stable running backs for Oregon. A lot of ground and pound and a lot of physicality.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Dante Moore. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
He just got rid of that one to save the down, didn't see anything he liked.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make something.
Makes a grab and room to run. He'll be stopped, but not before. He carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. The Ducks line it up with a first and goal. On the option. Quick toss. He's going for the goal line. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. He will not get there as the defense stops him again.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on third here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. A yard.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Instead of opting for the chip shot field goal attempt tying the game, they instead want to take the lead on 4th. And he takes it in for the score.
So really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Page. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Oklahoma State sends out the offense to start this drive. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
They'll move the tight end. Direct snap. It's Moore. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
They stop him in his tracks, and they'll head to the other side of the field. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Dante Moore. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. With the run on 1st and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. Moore. Bringing the heat. Breaks loose. Trying to scramble his way free, but that defense does a great job, and there's no gain on the play. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. Absolutely center cut. Now up by 7 points here in the 2nd.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. Out of the gun to give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. With the catch, it's Green. Powers through. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They make the stop, and they had to work for it. A nice little juke, and he'll have 7 on that one. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Running inside, it's Jones. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
He's going to run it. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. And the Cowboys have their offense in high gear. The give on the inside. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Working that left side now. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. From the gun, running back on the move. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Those big tight ends, they got those big old paws, those big mitts, and you could tell he just threw one up in the air, snagged the football and pulled it in, made it look easy with those big hands.
He fields the punt in his own end zone. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Extra blockers on the field. Offense goes full house. Looking for room. It's Davison. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Moore with the play fake. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Finds his way up just short of the 40 to the 39-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
Well, it's one on offense. You know, you're trying to run the ball, get that established so you can work the bootleg off of that with your quarterback, but just nothing going there. The defense was in good position, and QB just didn't have enough speed to really hurt the defense on that one.
Pressure coming, and they drop in for a loss, but there are penalty markers on the field. Let's check out the call. Well, that was an easy one for the officials. You can't grab a face mask like that, and it costs the defense a 1st down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Pocket breaking down. He makes a catch. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. There he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this dude's day just keeps getting better and better. Of course, we've already seen him score once, David, and after that run now, this guy's already eclipsed 100 yards. That's his 2nd touchdown. We're not even done the first half yet.
Yeah, the stats continue to pile up. A big day is approaching, and they've had no answers of stopping him. So if I'm the offense, I don't have to overthink this. Like, keep giving it to him. He'll keep making plays, and they'll keep putting points on the scoreboard.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Makes the grab on the left. At the 40, there he goes. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense. The Cowboys with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37. The Cowboys will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Cowboys with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Under fire. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Timeout taken now by Oklahoma State. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. And they got it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This is going to be a tough field goal try. 55 yards and from the left hash. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. Now the lead is down to 11.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. On the direct snap, it's Moore. Here comes the heat. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. The Cowboys will kick it off to start the 2nd half. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Guys, I caught up with the Cowboys head coach at the half. This team has found some positives with their 3-game winning streak, but right now they haven't done their job on defense. They get an opportunity now to change that, grab some momentum. We'll see how this goes to start the 3rd quarter. I'll keep you posted on how things develop on the sidelines. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Delay to the back. It's Davison. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Finds his man. It's Stewart. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. He's now up to 77 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. To the ground. He's got it again. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Throwing Moore. The quick out. On the move is the 30. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
Here he comes with the return. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. So the Cowboys offense heads onto the field to start this drive. After the defense just gave up a touchdown, they really need to put something together on this drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Got the back over the middle. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And the Cowboys will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Secures it at the 30. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Motion from the wideout. Inside the 30. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Gonna run it, it's Davison. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Using his feet. Touchdown, Ducks! And the stomping has commenced.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap. To the 25, no attempt at a return. The Cowboys come out to get this drive started. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. The offense moved, but it was because the defender jumped into the neutral zone, and the offense will pick up the 5. The defense made that job a little easier after the encroachment. It's 1st and 5. The run inside. It's Jones. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one, as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He'll pull it down. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. They kick it away on 4th down. Books it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Davison. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. He's piled up 97 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Maybe some room here. Just plowing ahead. He's at the 10, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon! His third touchdown of the game and 20th of the season.
David, I mean, you can take your hands away from your eyes. At this point, this thing is just defense optional. This is atrocious. Nobody wants to tackle in this game. Nobody wants to take an angle. It's another long touchdown. Great job by the running back, but when are these defenses going to show up?
Yeah, it's frustrating. It's hard to watch, man. We've got to get lined up, make sure you're in the right gap. You can't jump out of your gap. You can't guess. And these defenses, they're giving up big plays, and those are the ones that will kill you because it's points right away. And a lot of points in this football game, and these coordinators, they're not real happy right now.
He'll bring it out. It's Page. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Oklahoma State sends out the offense to start this drive. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Right back to the well. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Tight end now in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. Dumps it off in the flats. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. Takes it on the return. He's got great speed. What a play on that return, but will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. That big play for the offense will be nullified by a penalty, and if you want to frustrate your coaches, yeah, that's the way to do it. Here's a heat. It's picked off, and that's number 10. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. He got a little antsy at the line of scrimmage, and they'll move him back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So frustrating for an offense to just give away yards with false start penalties. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Oh, he's got some space. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Young. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short. Teams want to make their move in the rankings. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
How about this defense? No mercy. Like, listen, I know we're up big, but they are still hunting, still flying around, still chasing, still making life really miserable for this offense.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down. Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did. And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Moore from the gun on third down. Hauls it in. He'll be stopped, but not before. He carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And the Ducks are threatening on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
On 2nd and goal, they go right back to him. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Grinding and pushing his way, and man, he got behind his pads, but they get him stopped just inches away from the goal line. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Dead center perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Wide receiver comes in motion. Fighting off the defender. Could be an alley.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that 1st down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And the Cowboys will punt it away on 4th down. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game, well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this, and this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Got a little grass. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one.